Hello, Malcolm here, and welcome to Tuesday Teaching Tips, episode 305, and the beginning of a new series. And the series has this nice long title. It is The Beatitudes and Effective Communication, Lessons for Preachers and Teachers. So we're going to focus on the Beatitudes and how we communicate as a preacher and a teacher. And today this is class 1 of 9, which is an introduction to the series and to the Beatitudes in particular. So let me ask you this. What might it be like if you could preach and teach through the filter of the Beatitudes? What might the impact be on you and I as speakers? What might the impact be on our congregations and those who come to listen to us? And this is on my mind because I was talking to my father the other day. My father runs a Bible study group during the season of Lent. And this year he was leading it on the topic of the Beatitudes. And we talked quite often about those amazing scriptures. One of the attendees at his Bible study group wondered why lots of churches have the Ten Commandments on display. You see them as you walk into an old church. They're sometimes quite large on a big board somewhere, perhaps up by the altar. And churches, he said, have those commandments on display, but they don't usually have the Beatitudes on display. And why would that be? I thought that was an excellent question. And then in prayer this morning, I was mulling over this point, and it came to me that the Beatitudes are meant to not only shape who we are as kingdom citizens, but also who we are as preachers and teachers and the way that we approach our preaching and teaching. And that's what I'd like to explore in this new series. Therefore, I'm beginning a new series with 8 classes, 9 including this one, based on each of the Beatitudes and how they might affect how we prepare and present God's Word. Let me read the Beatitudes before I make a couple of other comments and then wrap up. See what you think of these. Think about this from the perspective of allowing these to shape how you prepare and present as a speaker of the Bible, preaching and teaching. Matthew 5, verse 3. I'm going to slightly adjust them. Blessed are the preachers who are poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are the mourning teachers, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek preachers, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are the teachers who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful preachers, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the teachers that are pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemaking preachers, for they will be called children of God. And blessed are the teachers who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Just inserting those words, how does it make you think differently about the Beatitudes? And more importantly, perhaps, how does it make you think differently about your preaching and your teaching? Now, next week, we're going to get into the first of the Beatitudes, chapter 5, verse 3. But today, I'd like to reflect on 2 aspects of the Beatitudes in a more general sense. So firstly, the Beatitudes model excellent communication, don't they? They're concise, they're memorable, they're filled with meaning. And so by emulating this style, you and I as preachers and teachers could make our messages have more impact, be easier to remember for our audience, and perhaps more. Excellent models of communication. Second point. The Beatitudes are not, how do we put this, so religious that they might put off non-believers or seekers or perhaps people in our congregations that aren't sure what they believe. They focus on, or they appear at least to focus on virtues and attitudes that are universally valued and appreciated. Very few people would argue with the value of these. So preaching in this style could appeal broadly and resonate with listeners who might otherwise not be inclined to listen to traditional religious teachings. So a couple of things to reflect on there about their value in the way that they help shape us as preachers and teachers, as people, but also in perhaps in the ways in which we preach and teach. So what kind of questions does this bring to your mind regarding preaching and teaching? Why not pray over the Beatitudes, asking God to reveal how they can flavor your speaking? And if God reveals anything to you, please drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment anywhere you hear or see this recording. Leave it publicly so we can learn from each other, because we learn best when we're learning in community. If you've got any questions about any of this, then drop me a line. My email is malcolm@malcolmcox.org, or you can leave a message on the website, malcolmcox.org. And while you're on the website, if you'd like a copy of my free ebook on spiritual disciplines called How God Grows His People, then sign up for that at my website by signing up for my newsletter there, and I'll send you my lovely weekly newsletter. If you know anybody that might benefit, please pass the link on. Hit the subscribe button, the notification button, leave a review. And I hope and pray that between now and the next time, that you'll find that reflecting on the Beatitudes is helpful for yourself personally, but also in making you a more effective preacher and teacher of God's Word. Until the next time, keep calm and carry on teaching. Take care and God bless.